Part 6 of redoing my son's room. He has the entire 3rd floor of our house, and so I'm trying to make this space more functional. I have so far done the closet, his bed, the slide platform and the reading nook underneath, the bridge between the two, railings, a loft above the bed, and now it's time to put a rope ladder in at the jumping off point. I measured about how much rope I would need and then doubled that amount. I then drilled holes through the top of this jumping off point so that I could thread rope through it, pushed it down and pulled it through. To help pull the rope through, I actually threaded this U-shaped push pin that I have from crafting through the rope and was able to help pull it through with needle nose pliers. I did 2 ropes from the top, evenly spaced out in 8 inches. I then measured them to the floor and then gave an extra 2 feet just so I had plenty of rope to work with at the bottom. Then on the side posts, I first measured 5 inches down from the top because I wanted a good spot for the kids to be able to lift themselves up onto the platform. And then I drilled the holes in the posts there. I then threaded the rope through. I got these attachment pieces that will thread 2 separate ropes going in different directions, and I put the ropes through that. I knotted the rope on the outside of the posts to keep them secure. I did end up using a lighter to burn the frayed edges of the rope that I had cut off just to make sure nothing frayed more and that everything stayed in place. I continued this process down the posts every 10 inches, threading the rope through the left post, tying a knot at the end to keep it in place, and then putting on the plastic attachment pieces for the ropes, then threading it through the right post, knotting at the end and cutting it off. I did mismeasure and I accidentally drilled a hole too far up, and so I will have to refill that later when I do all the finished work at the end of this project. Once all the ropes were in, I then secured the plastic pieces that hold the ropes with the screws that they came with. The screws just go through the first rope, through the plastic into the second rope, and it keeps them nice and secure, but does also allow for a little give, which is what you want with a rope ladder. At the very bottom, I added the pieces to hold the rope, and then I knotted the rope off to keep it from being able to slide in and out. Again, I used a lighter to burn the frayed edges here. It also helped everything look more cohesive and completely finished. It didn't look like it was just some random project that I did without thinking about it. And here is what it looks like. I love that it looks custom. It looks exactly the way I wanted it to. Be sure to follow so that you can see what the room is like when it's completely finished and all the little fun extras that I'm adding along the way.